Osio, what's up, beautiful souls? Welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, my name is Mamina. You can call me Mina for short. This is a pick a card collaboration with two of me gorgeous friends, V from V Love and Tarot and Mystic Star Magic. We are focusing on what good things are manifesting. What good things are manifesting for you right now? So, if you are coming to me from them, welcome. If you like the vibe, please do subscribe. Tap the little bell to be notified whenever I post new things. And if you leave from me and go to them, which I highly recommend, links will be in the description. It's like getting an extended reading. You can watch their pick a cards, and I do recommend subscribing to them. They are quite lovely. Without further ado, darlings, let's get into your options here. We have Shinran for pile 1. Okay, so you can choose Shinran, or you can choose Valcor for pile 2, and this Kitsune for pile 3. So maybe you want to choose based on the figures. Perhaps the colors or backs of the tarot decks are standing out to you. Before you make your choice, I recommend closing your eyes, getting centered. What number is standing out to you? Which figure do you see in your mind's eye? And then make your option. Please keep in mind, this is a collective reading. Only take what resonates to and for you. You're here for a reason. There's something for you to understand. Trust your intuition. Use your discernment. I'll see you at your pile, beautiful. Welcome. Pile 1, group 1. You chose Shinran. Let's go head on and get into your message of what good things are manifesting. Please bear in mind, with all messages, there could sometimes be triggers because you might have gotten over something harsh in order to get to the something good. Be prepared to face that. And again, this is a collaboration with my friends V and Mystic Star Magic, so make sure that you check them out as well. Links are in the description. Let's get right to your message, babes. What good things are manifesting? Pile 1, group 1. Ooh, the Lovers. Oh, the Magician. Okay. Before we go any further, for your group, courage is significant here, especially with you choosing the Sakura Shinran. It's like a cute version of the dragon from Dragon Ball Z. So courage is significant here, in wishes. Something about making wishes and wanting them to be fulfilled, but instead of, your guardians and guides are saying, look, instead of waiting around, hoping, praying, wishing, it's time to act. It's time to make those dreams a reality. Pay attention to the signs and the synchronicities they're giving you, including what may appear in this message. So just know that you have the tools necessary. We're going to get into the why. We start off with the gorgeous Lovers. Notice how, if you look closely, there's like another character resting on the back of this one, like supported energy, but she's a little cloaked, a little shadowed, almost like she's hidden, almost like you're getting hidden support. If somebody was trying to, maybe not necessarily sabotage, but perhaps take advantage of something here with you, you have a guardian, also perhaps in physical form, that is supporting you, even if it's silently. They may not be somebody who shows up all the time on your, let's say you are a content creator, hypothetically, right? They may not be the person that comments all the time. While that is highly appreciated and it does help tremendously in being able to produce content, some people show their appreciation more so by, like, let's say sharing your content. Like, they'll share it, but they don't necessarily comment a whole lot. Or, every now and then they might send you a positive message of encouragement. I do feel like whoever this is, this genuine energy, they're going to come. They're very devoted. They're going to come from behind the scenes more often. So if you know somebody that always hits you up and is always encouraging you and you get good vibes from them, expect that person to start being more public with it. But do bear in mind, that I also feel as if this energy was kind of moved to sort of watch you in secret, to kind of like look out for you. So if there was another energy that felt kind of invasive or a little tricky, little trickster vibration, this being, this person, whatever it might be for you, kind of was working behind the scenes to make sure things were cool. So that's another reason that someone was sort of like on the download or quiet. But they're going to start coming out more so in the forefront. For some of you, this is a partnership. This is a partnership. It's a devoted energy. You are devoting yourself to making your dreams, to making your wishes into a reality. And because of that, you are starting to link up with like-minded, like-hearted, I'm hearing like-hearted individuals, people who trust in your goals, they trust in your vision, they love what you're doing and where you're going in life. And that is very important for you to know. In case you were kind of wondering, sometimes I feel supported, but every now and then, I don't know, it's not matching with the energy I feel like I need. Don't worry about that. Don't worry about that. What's needed is on its way, but you have to be in the position to receive, and you also have to be in the position to act. Because again, Spirit is saying, I've given you the resources, I've given you the knowledge, the power, the ability to fill out what's necessary in order to create in a tangible way that which you want. For many of you, it's like love and career, or career and love. And I know you might get sick of hearing people say things like, love isn't all there is. Some of you get sick of the opposite. You get sick of hearing the love stuff all the time. But this is the thing. The human experience is a shared experience. And love is diverse. You might love a place. You might love a group of, family and friends, your soul tribe and soul family, soul vibe people, right? And there's a counterpart for the destined paths that you walk. For some of you, it might be more soulmate driven. You could have been with somebody that for the time you were with them, it felt okay. But as you started to elevate where you needed to be, you started transcending out of their energy. So that, you went your separate ways. They no longer aligned with your path. The more that you follow your destiny, the more that you fearlessly put those tools that you've been given to work, you will find the individual and the other friends and family, whether they be by blood or not, that come into your life that are devoted to your growth, that can show you the other side, that can help expand your knowledge. Don't push that or shun that away just because you feel like there's too many people out there that put fake information. That fake information ain't your concern. This message here is for somebody that needs to realize you may have not been looking for love, but for some of you it's coming. It really don't care how you feel about that. Okay, because you're aligning with your path, you're aligning with your journey. Don't settle for anyone that is, I'm not going to say beneath your goals per se, because I don't want you guys to be in a mentality where you think people have to have the same job description of you, or the exact same belief systems as you. Some of you, your person is the opposite of what you thought. They come from a different culture, they come from a different upbringing, but when you're together, you make sense. Right? For others, this is like a partnership, probably with business. And again, some type of guardian or guide that's been looking out for you that can help you better understand the tools that you have. So Pile 1, you have a little bit of everything here so far. You have a little bit of love for some of you, right? Don't shoot the messenger. And for some of you, it's more so like a guardian energy that's always been around you, coming in a physical form somehow. When you meet people and you're like, wow, I feel like I knew you forever. Wow, that advice you gave, I feel like I heard that before in a dream, or whatever the case may be. This is the time for them to materialize in your world. Let it happen. Let it happen. You're very resourceful. Okay? We have the 10 of Wands. It is time for you to really start deciding where you're going to plant building those building tools, those investments. Why do I say that? Because yes, sometimes the 10 of Wands can represent a burden and something heavy, yada yada yada, but a lot of times the 10 of Wands is talking about your investments. You've taken time to gather all these logs to build the dream house. And normally in the card we will see that a person isn't too far from their destination. Tens do represent completion. So we'll see them looking out like at a house off in the distance. Sometimes if you pay attention, they're not walking directly towards the house. They're walking like a little veered off to the side, because they're walking to a plot of land that they're going to take all those logs and build their business or build their home, whatever it is they're trying to do. For many of you, there's something you want to build. For some of you, I'm not meant to get too specific with that. You know who you are. And you might have been actually like shopping around for plots of land, or you might have just been trying to think of the best place to start. So you've collected the knowledge, the research, the resources, the researching you needed to do. And sometimes it got heavy. Sometimes it was too much all at once, but you were trying to figure it out, and it could have weighed you down a little bit. But now Spirit is saying, listen, all those experiences are exactly that, experiences. Now you know what to do. You know what to avoid. Are you carrying anything that isn't going to assist you? Let that go and only take with you the resources that you need and apply them now. It's no longer just carrying them around. Now it's time to actually go head on and build that building, build that dream, build that reality for what it is that you've been wishing for. You are not somebody who's meant to be a bystander in your wishes and dreams. You're the person who has to act on them the most. Regardless of who believes or doesn't believe in you, you have to believe in yourself. And for some of you, that took a lot. It took a lot just to stand. I want you to notice how the character is standing strong. Their back isn't hunched. They're holding their magic wand in their hand like, okay, I'm ready. I'm ready to take what I know how to do and the experiences I have, even some of the heavy ones, and transmute that energy into something great. This might involve some experimenting for some of you, because the magician, I like to call like the experimental one, the experimental alchemist, the mad scientist sometimes, right? You might have to like play around with something a little bit here, but know that it'll pay off. Be mindful not to overexert yourself too much though. All right, we're going to get into one of Mystic Star Magic's oracles. This is the Mystical Signs Crystal Ball Oracle. Let me move the tarot deck on out the way. We're just going to get a deeper look at what's happening here. What good things are manifesting? Let's look deeper. I feel like singing a dream is a wish your heart makes, in that very like old school way. Somebody here, I think that's like the best way to describe your dreams. You know who you are, so take that how it resonates, because you know sometimes songs can be sung more modern or a little more up tempo, or it could just be a different energy altogether. But I'm hearing that song in its original form. That's how I'm hearing it. Somebody's imagination is like really important. How you communicate your thoughts and how devoted you are to what you need to do. So it's going to reflect back in how others are devoted to you and your craft and in helping you, supporting you. Just don't take on too much, okay? We have alternative, challenge, or stability, the triangle energy here. What I love about triangles though, they tend to represent the different points of manifestation. One side can represent the spiritual aspect. The other side can represent the mental aspect. And then the bottom is how it forms, how it takes root. And then the center is the evidence of that. So it's interesting that you have this here. And with alternative, I'm hearing alternative root. So something that's going to help in your success is kind of like you changing route. Almost like you, I don't even feel like it's that you switched lanes per se. Like the way it's coming to me visually, it's like you're in a car and you're driving and you just feel compelled to get off of the particular route that you were on. And you start to slowly go over until you're off that route and you're on a complete different thing altogether. So it's not even about switching lanes on the same street or the same, you get what I'm saying? It's going to a whole nother street, a whole nother avenue altogether, and watching how the elements fall into place. That's significant for someone here. At first, that might have been a bit of a challenge. That could have been difficult to peep. But the more that you've put in practice with listening to your intuition, along with your discernment, you've let go of having a skeptical mind or overly skeptical mind. It's not telling you to not be cautious, but you've let go of a certain skeptical view. And because of that, you've veered onto a more steady and stable road than what you were on before. I'm also seeing pyramids. So again, something about knowledge is really important for you, Pawan. Like wisdom, that just things just sometimes might come to you. You might ask a question and you find that the answer just pops up in front of you on your phone, or not even just your phone, not even just your device. So you can't blame it on the algorithm. Like sometimes you're out somewhere and you're thinking a particular thought. You walk past a window, a store, whatever, and boom, there it is. Or someone unrelated to you might call or appear before you and just start talking about the particular thing you were just inquiring about in your mind. Spirit is letting you know that's one of your gifts. You have the ability to ask a question and get an answer. So you need to be more sure of the answers coming through. That's one of the ways that you're resourceful, and be open to listen to where the advice is coming from or where the insight's coming from. You can evaluate it, you can investigate it, but don't just shun it off. Pay attention to it. That's significant. Oh, you can't make that up. The owl, perception. That's also, I believe, an owl. Let's get a better look. No. Well, it kind of looks like it's like a mix between an owl and another creature. Like a half bird, half fox like thing going on here. That's wonderful, because you know what that makes me think of? Transfiguration. Being able to take on a different form or merge like two forms. That's important here. We have, you will hear some good news and about a scandal. Oh, wow. Okay. But for some people, there's something more about the perception. Remember what we said about the alternative route? Alternative perception. Somebody used to be really skeptical when certain things would come to mind, and they felt that they had to shift, and they would kind of resist it a little bit. And now that you have it, you realize, oh snap, when I switched over to that other road, that other route, that other path, stuff started making more sense, and I became more aware. And I just had to change my perception of certain situations. And now the owl's like, and I got some good news for you. Now, remember how we said somebody could have been supporting you in the shadows, and they kind of didn't want to do it too much in person because of other possibly intrusive energy? What I find interesting about this is the whole a scandal. Somebody might have been trying to help you avoid some type of scandal, maybe at work or amongst family. Could just be within like your neighborhood. You know how nosy neighbors be talking and just coming up with stories on their own and whatnot. And they didn't want you distracted. They didn't want you, somehow what they did was in reference to that. Let's see. Let's get one more, and then we're going to move on. Talk about good things coming. Yeah. You got a lot of good stability, good news. What did I just say? Somebody was looking out for you. The snake can represent transformation and shedding old skin. So some of the reason that this person probably had to look out for you is whoever or whatever they were protecting you from is connected to maybe your past and connected to wanting you to stay on a particular route that you were on before. And again, you're dropping what isn't helping you on your mission so that you can move forward in the correct way. And instead you're thinking, if I'm going to carry anything, it's the resources and the tools necessary for me to build. And anyone who is not in the energy to help me with that building in a positive, organic way, I'm not dealing with. If you are not contributing to my peace and you are a problem, I don't have time for you. I'm not stressing myself out. That's where you guys, some of you are, and where some of you are getting to it. It took you a minute, right? This energy was like, because it was some mischievous people around you trying to do little sneaky things, and this person had your back like, no. What y'all don't realize is I'm the angel right here watching. I got their back. I can see you coming from any direction. You're not interrupting this flight. They're going to soar, point blank in the period. You could take being in any position here. You could be this entity and this one's kind of guarding you with their wings, or you could be the person with the wings and it's another, being, person, whatever, watching out for you. Because they knew that some people had negative intent towards you. You didn't have to do anything to earn this. I don't feel like you did, to be honest with you. But it's time for that energy to go. Somebody might have wanted you to participate in some type of mischievous gossip. Like, gossip with me. Let's talk crap about someone. And if you would have done it, if you would have participated in that, it would have come back around and bit you in the behind. So it's a good thing that you ignored it. At the bottom of the deck, this is gorgeous. We have harmony. You will receive good news. Possibility of wedding. I'm going to just leave that right there. We're going to go ahead on. We're going to go ahead and move on. We're going to get into V's Oracle from V Love and Tarot, aka V Love and Crystals. This one is one of the, it's actually retiring soon, I believe. I'm going to do a quick walkthrough of it. If you guys haven't had it yet, make sure you check out her shop and get it. Let's get into this message. Hopefully that sound that's picking up in the background from my projector doesn't bother you guys. I feel like that might be significant to your message, like something picking up. Ooh. Oh, I love it. I told you. Listen. The cards are secondary. I'm a channeler first, okay? The cards are secondary. My regulars, y'all know that, okay? We got courage, live and in living color. What did I say earlier about you? Courage was significant to your message. Boom, there it is. For someone, an owl and or a lion is a part of your animal totem. I would recommend that you meditate on that before you look it up. Okay? Meditate on your animal totem. For those of you who resonate with it being a lion or an owl, you might have had dreams of like shift shaping into one of them, or shift shaping into some type of bird. Whatever animal you saw, because these are the two picking up here very strongly, but whatever you saw, meditate on it, asking, what is this animal totem representing for me, before you look it up. Because sometimes when you look things up, yes, there could be something in that resonates, but every culture, every place is going to have a different definition, right? And what your soul is resonating with can be very different than what might just pop up on the internet. But it's not telling you to not research it. It's not telling you to not look into it. I would recommend getting like a book on animal totems if you can. Maybe one that's like diverse, because that's significant for someone here. Some of you, your animal totem are more mystical. So it could be like a Pegasus, for example, or a unicorn, something of that nature. But it's still your animal totem, and those beings are still very much real beings. You can believe what you want. But dragons are significant. We're in the year of the dragon, the wood dragon to be more precise. The year of the 8. It's a lot of prosperity here. And if you are from another part of the world, because right now we are in our spring, right? If you're in another part of the world where you're just entering, say, like your fall or something of that nature, this can still resonate for you. Look up these animals, or whatever your country's version of that animal is. It's significant. And it's going to help you greatly. But the lion here also could be Leo energy, representing a lot of courage, a lot of strength. It took strength to take that alternative route, didn't it? And we have humility. Notice it's an angel. And I said somebody's watching your back. And we have perception. The person watching your back was probably helping you also to have a different perception, even if it was just spiritually, even if they weren't physically there to do it. They were still assisting you. And we have closure, right here where that 10 of wands is. Like I said, whatever isn't serving your highest purpose, maybe there was somebody that some of you were with for a long time, and it seemed like your journey made sense in the beginning, in the first couple of years. But as things went on, their path and yours no longer aligned. Why are soulmates path driven? Because a lot of times people will compromise in areas that they probably shouldn't have, but they do. And then spirit goes, okay, well, there's a lesson for you to learn here. I always use the simple of, example of, say one person wants the big house with the white picket fence, and that other person settled for that. Like, yeah, cool. But then one day they wake up and they go, I want the condo. Or, okay, I'm cool with the house with the picket fence, but can we have this many acres? Or they just, whether it's they dream bigger or they dream smaller. Some people want to decrease. They're like, I'm cool with, what they call them? Minimalist, I believe is the word. Y'all can put it in the comment section. They might want to downsize, and that person that they're with, like, I'm not downsizing, I'm not getting rid of all my things. It might seem simple, But it starts to show how more and more something doesn't work. Someone doesn't want to move where a person's new job is, whatever the case may be. And if that individual really feels like their life is meant to start with that move or with that downgrade or upgrade, to stop each other would be wrong. So they drift apart. The lesson you needed to learn from the connection, you've gotten it. Now it's time to go. But for some of you, closure is representing other things that were in those wands, other burdens or hardships that you were holding on to. And Spirit was like, you learned what you needed to from that. Put that away. Only hold on to what's necessary and move it forward. Move forward. There's no need to hold malice or anything like that. We're going to now get into my oracle, my latest creation and artwork. You can find this in my Etsy shop, Alchemy of Love, The Essence. We're going to see things that come out here you can meditate on. You can use them in your alchemical practices. I feel like shuffling everything. I thought for some of you I might break things up, but no, we're going to keep all the categories together. If you're curious about what I mean, I have a video of the walkthrough of this deck available that you guys can check out. Ooh, off the bat, we have Alchemy of Self. Ask yourself if what you believe you deserve aligns with your love choices. And I feel like by love choices, we're not just talking romance, right? We're also just talking about anything, what you love to do. If you really love it, then you would be fulfilled with it and you would do it wholeheartedly. So if you've been half-butting in something, stop half-butting. If you've been doing something and pretending that you love it because it's expected of you to do it, Spirit's like, right? Ask yourself if what you believe you deserve aligns with your love choices or just your choices. The Lover's card is also choices, right? Major choices, devotion. Are you really devoted to what this is asking you about? This is a thing to meditate on and think about. We have another Alchemy of Self. Remember when I was talking about a home? Like having a plot of land and building that business or building that home? Now apply this how it is for you. A peaceful home is necessary for peace of mind, body, and spirit. Clean and cleanse your space to promote positive vibrations. Get rid of what doesn't serve. Use the resources you have to get rid of what doesn't serve and instead build upon the things that do. Make the better investment. It's important here. You have two Alchemy of Self cards here. So a lot of you, self-growth is very significant right now. It's a part of the good thing that's manifesting in. It's a part of what's going to help you be more independent. It's beautiful, darling. Beautiful. All right, pile one. Let's get one more card. Ooh, we have another Alchemy of Self. 3 Alchemy of Selves. A lot of self-growth. A lot of self-work here. We have generosity is the best policy, but don't settle for mistreatment, mischievous energy. Instead, be in harmony. Let closure come to things that need closure. Focus on partnerships that are devoted to you. Okay? 3 Alchemy of Self cards. That is very significant. Self-mastery is big time here. Let's see what we have at the bottom of the deck. We have the Alchemy of 1 at the bottom of the deck here. You can't make this up. You cannot. I love it. You are the heroine/hero to your story. Your partner can inspire healing and assist, but they are not here to fix or save you. Do your part. Mic drop. Mic drop. Pile 1. You know what? Let's pull some charms for you. I was going to call it. Again, the projector feels like it sounds like it's getting louder. Hopefully y'all don't mind that. But sometimes that can happen when the energies got a lot to say. Let's pull some charms. We have sold for sale. Wow. Wow. Let me move this camera down just a tad. Look at that. We have sold for sale. This is the buses in London, the double-decker buses in London. Maybe somebody is from London here or moving overseas. The double-decker could also represent tourism, like going somewhere where you want to see the city, so going somewhere you've never went before. Ooh. We have tarot. You could be a tarot, or it's letting you know, hey, this message here is on point for you. We have, is this the acoustic? No, this is the violin. We have the violin. This could have been representing somebody. I just saw someone playing like, ooh, sad violin. Whoever you're leaving that might try to hold on to you in a negative way, it's like you're going to hear the sad violin. For someone else, I feel like you're traveling overseas, possibly to London or another place like in the UK, in the United Kingdom. Feels significant for some of you. But you're leveling up, double-decker bus. You're leveling up. You're no longer on the first level. You're on the top level, getting a full view of the city, the route that you've switched to. And we have guitar. Okay, it feels like somebody's entering their like rock and roll era. And that was your message, Group 1. I pray that resonated for you. Please do check out V and Mystics videos as well. Link in the description. Peace, love, and light, beautiful souls. Welcome, pal 2. You chose my love, my beautiful Valcor. Look at him. So gorgeous. Sakura Valcor. So, right off the bat, I do feel like books are significant to y'all. That's something significant to that. Never-ending story finally clearing up or having... I'm not really sensing never-ending story in the sense of a negative or anything like that. I'm sensing it more like an adventure that keeps going, a giving energy that keeps on giving as long as you're open to receive to it and also put out to the universe. So it's like what you put out, you get back, but also something is sending an energy to you to respond to. If that makes sense? Let's get it. Let's go. Dogs and dragons could be significant. I feel like someone's the year of the dog. If you don't know if you are, check your lunar zodiac to see, but it feels like someone's the year of the dog. Someone is the year of the dragon. Hello, fellow year of the dragon. I'm also picking up on year of the pig, the rooster. Those feel significant. And yeah, those are the main ones I'm getting. Year of the monkey feels faint, so if it's not that the year of the monkey is like your birth year, it could just be something in your life or in your family happened in those years that were significant. Take it how it resonates. This is, of course, a collective reading. It's a collaborative collective reading, so make sure that you guys check out my friends V and Mystic as well. Use your intuition. Okay, trust your discernment as you're listening. What's here for you? It's up to you to figure that out, boo. Let's get into your message. What good things are manifesting for you? Oh, bottom of the card wants to come out. We have 2 of coins. Ooh la la. Ooh la la. What you getting in order? What good things are manifesting? What are you getting in order? Oh my. We got 3 of wands. And it looks like someone arrived to a destination where they know some treasure's gonna come in soon, and they're like, shh, don't say nothing. We gotta be stealthy, okay? Because they're gonna come and they're gonna drop the treasure down, and we gotta wait. If we make a noise, then they might see us and skedaddle. Why does this feel a little fayish to me? Is somebody here working with like fae energy, or you deal a lot with nature? You deal a lot with herbs. You probably have like a little house outside or something like that for the fae. It feels significant here, like you're being watched by some type of mystical being. You're leaving little treasures for someone or something. I'm seeing a lucky pot. I'm also seeing the cat that they have in Asian shops. It's normally white with the hand that goes up and down and holds the big coin that represents luck. And I'm also seeing somebody toss. You could be of... It doesn't have to be limited to Asian descent. They're not the only ones who do this, particularly like people from, say, the China region. But you might sometimes throw salt outside of like a family owned business or a workplace, even if it's not yours. You probably sought out of your workplace. That's significant. If not, you might need to do this if you work from home, whatever, on days that you are ready to, the hours I should say, you're ready to work in those days, go to your door and toss salt outside before you actually start your work activity. If you've been feeling the need to put some type of lucky stone in your home, then do that. It's interesting too, because I've given this advice before, but I just heard another person bring it up today, putting a stone that represents prosperity, good fortune on the left corner opposite your front door. Somebody here, either you've already done that or you might need to do that. That's significant. And it's like there's some little little helpers watching you, like, shh, they're gonna leave us an offering, or they're gonna leave us a little treasure, and we gotta be quiet. We don't want them to see us, and then we'll get it and we'll give them something better. It's like an exchange. Someone's little guide. Okay, we're getting really specific here. I'm gonna tell you what you need to know, but I'm gonna try to keep it from being too personal. But someone here needs this. You know who you are. You've got like a little guardian, a little like fae being, maybe. Different things for different people. Not all things have a negative energy. Not all things have a positive energy. Okay, you take what resonates for you. But for someone here, there's like a little, I want to say maybe like a little pixie or something, and they talk like this. And if they hear us, we have to be quiet. They don't want you to catch them. but you know they're there. It's like you can hear or you see something out the corner of your eye, and you're like, I know you're there, little friend. I know you're there. And they don't want to get caught for some reason. Like, you're not supposed to see me. So this is like some type of familiar or guardian for you. They might look like what you consider to be maybe like a pixie or a little fae being. They could be something else from your culture. Different cultures have different versions of these beings, but they feel tiny. Kind of like how, she looks tiny, right? They feel kind of tiny. They'll reveal themselves when they're ready to. They're already a guide of yours. They already give you little guidance. I feel like maybe you're someone, it's better for you to follow a particular nudge when you don't know all of the means of how that nudge appeared, because if you were to learn exactly how it appeared in the moment, you get way too curious about the how versus, oh, let me just do what I'm being told. You know what I mean? Like if you wake up and all of a sudden you're like, oh, I left this little offering for my deity or this being that I'm working with. If they were to say to you right then and there, or grab it right then and there and go, oh, we're going to give you something 10 times better, you'll get caught up on what's the 10 times better? When is it coming? Instead of just doing the things they move you or nudge you to do in order to gain it. So you are manifesting something. There are some things coming into balance, coming into order here. And this little being is helping you. They're like, the rewards are on the way. You just need to keep doing what you're doing and stay balanced as you do it. So cute. It's adorable. Yeah, you just need to stay balanced. You need to avoid being in a conflicted mentality or wasting your time being taunted by others. This is normally, in my readings, a lot of times this comes out representing the person who's like, I'm over the battle. I don't need to fight no more. I got what I need from the situation. Actually, I'm kind of tired and I'm over it. I sunk their battleship. I would like to move on. Right? But for some of you, you might have felt like you were in a defeated energy because you were juggling so much and you weren't seeing the rewards come in fast enough. It's like, I put in this many hours. I've put in this much time. Why is it taking so long to get a result? And a part of that was because you might have been putting in the time, but your heart wasn't as into it as it should have been, or you had negative thoughts. You got to understand, when you're manifesting something, even if we don't use the word manifestation, even if we use law of attraction, law of assumption, they all operate a little different, but whichever one we're talking about, your mind, spirit, body must align for this, because your mind has to have the clarity to receive the message. The body has to be able to respond to that, and the emotions have to believe you already have it. You've already obtained it. It's already yours. There's no need to debate with nobody about it. There's no need to go through a back and forth with anyone about what's rightfully yours, right? And when you are conflicted in any of those areas, they tend to throw off another area. So that's why these beings are like, you know what? We're not going to really tell you what it is. We're just going to show you what to do, or give you little hints and clues. It's like I'm hearing follow the breadcrumbs, follow the breadcrumbs. That's significant here. That's why it feels like a never-ending story. like you might have found yourself going, but how much longer, how much further? They're like, child, just do what we tell you to do. Follow the yellow brick road. Follow the breadcrumbs. It's going to lead you to where you got to go. The next thing's going to pop up, and then that's going to lead you to the next thing, but the reward comes in between, in the meantime and in between time. We don't want you to think this journey is boring, is what I'm hearing. They're very animated. Okay, I'm going to reel that back in respectfully. Somebody's guardians here is getting very, very talkative. But this is a message that anyone who's watching this right now can resonate with. Okay? You have someone that you're leaving offerings to. Could also be a relative, but I'm sensing a mystical being. Like a fae being. Alright? We're going to get into Mystic Star Magic's deck. The Mystical Signs Crystal Ball Oracle. For further insight, what good things are manifesting. Could also be certain stuff being removed out of your way too, and that's another reason that they're kind of picky with what they share with you. Like, you don't need to know all of the negative energy that we've defeated for you, or you don't need to know all of the obstacles we've moved out of your way right away, because then you'll get hung up on it and you'll focus on it. Instead, you just need to go forward. That's all that matters. That's it. Don't worry about nothing else. Ooh, somebody's guardian is very like, I'm sensing like hands on the hip, pouty face, like, just do what you're told. We're trying to help you. Don't make our job hard. Wow. For some of you, that might be an ancestor too. You could have had an ancestor that works with mystical beings a lot. Still working with them on your behalf. Let's see what's going on here. What good things are manifesting. Delays regarding travel. Oh. Ooh, this little bean. This little boopy. Boober boober. Booba booba boo boo. I don't know why I feel like going boba 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 bo. That's an anime. Anime could be significant for someone. We have bear pause. Pause. If my projector is loud, I apologize in advance. It's been picking up when readings start to go in a certain direction. We have delays regarding travel. For some of you, it was just delays. Again, you were multitasking and doing a whole lot. Like, you might have been doing a little too much. And they were like, we need you to get things in better order than this. Okay? Like, there has to be a method to the madness, not just madness. There has to be a goal to the chaos, not just chaos. And for a minute, you probably just had too much going on. Okay? So something had to stop you in your tracks a little bit. Now, they didn't waste their time giving you all the details. And even now, they don't want me to go into detail at what all that might have been. All you needed to know was that you were doing too much. And they had to get you to narrow down and grease up the gears correctly so that things can move forward the way it was supposed to get in better harmony and balance. All right, bears are significant. Some of you live somewhere where bears could like just easily walk up on your porch. I miss those days. But yeah, some of y'all live in places where bears could just walk up on your porch and stuff like that. That's significant. Animal totems are coming through for your group. Same thing happened with Pal 1. Bears are significant here. We have a polar bear in the picture, but I'm seeing like a big brown bear and a small little black bear. So maybe it's like a bear cub. You might see, this could be a symbol for you. If you're out somewhere or if you're on the internet, you might see a video of like a brown bear or a black bear walking up to someone's porch, like, what's up? And like chilling with the human. Like not just, not invading per se, but like chilling with them. There's a video of a guy. I'm not seeing the bear that he deals with, but there's a man who sits on his porch. And like the mother bear brings her little bear cubs to like chill with him. Sometimes she'll bring the bear cubs to the porch and then she just leaves. Like he's the babysitter. Like, okay, you watch the kids. I got things to do. And he'll just sit there like, okay, all right. They're never violent with him. Sometimes they might get a little close. Last video I saw, they did get a little close, but they were just chilling on his porch, walking back and forth, playing with each other. He just let them do whatever they wanted to do. Now, I'm not telling y'all that you all a bear whisper somehow and you should put your life at risk, but I'm an indigenous person. We listen to animals. So If you're seeing bears, there's a reason, okay? But there was a little bit of a pause that's lightening up. Remember how we talked about this being saying, shh, we don't want them to see us. If they see us, boom, camouflage. Others may be keeping things from you. More like this little, this little boopa is keeping stuff from you, okay? But got their energy or their hands, in this case it's an octopus, so it's like, it's like they have a hand in every little thing, in every little pot, affecting something for you in your benefit, and they don't want you to know all the details, okay? They're like, you don't need to know that. You would get a little too nosy, you would take on too much again, and then we can't do our job, and we just want to do our job. And I feel like there's a ringleader to whatever this is, okay? This is very much, very clearly familiar energy, like a familiar, okay? We have worries. Your problems are smaller than you think they are, and therefore you don't need to be concerned about who's sinking whose battleship and all these conflicts and problems and issues. Take your mind off of it, let it go. This is the let it go, let it go. Lord, it's been a minute since that had to happen. Frozen is significant here. Do you want to build a snowman? I'm not going to sing that song, because every time I sing that song, the remix comes to mind. And that's not the energy that needs to be here. But snow is significant. Winter, something might have happened in winter season. That was your pause period, was winter. Now things are going to pick up again, but you're not made to see all of the ways it's going to pick up. Also, someone is camouflaging your energy like as a protective thing, and they don't want you to be stressed. They don't want you to worry. Your problems are small. They're not even really problems, I'm hearing. They're just things you're overthinking about. All right, let's get into V's oracle from V Love and Tarot. V Love and Crystals, another person a part of this collaboration. I'm hearing Genie, Genie, one wish Genie, and then I'm hearing the song I'm a genie in a bottle. So there's something about does someone, oh Lord, somebody owns like one of those incense burners that looks like a lamp. It looks like one I was thinking of getting, but this isn't cheap. This is like old school. It might have been passed down in your family. This is for somebody very specific. It's like a gold, I don't know if that's gold or copper. It's a little blurry to me. There might be something engraved on it I'm not supposed to see, but you haven't burnt incense in that for a while, and they feel some type of way about that. So if you have an incense burner, or for anyone here, if you have something that's like in the shape of a genie bottle or whatever, and you haven't been tending to it or cleaning it properly, somebody mad at you. You're gonna have to take care of that, okay? Because the more that you take care of your spiritual tools, the better they will work for you. Maybe you had this and you didn't think it was that significant. I'm smelling oud. The smell of oud is getting really strong. Take that how it resonates for you. Let's group 2. You got a whole lot going on right now. Okay, clarity. Boom. See, when you get things in balance, right? Then all of a sudden stuff becomes clear. I'm seeing a crystal ball. Someone here has a crystal ball, or you want one. You've been feeling moved to get one. That's one of their nudges. They're allowing me to tell you that, like, yeah, we told you to get that like 3 years ago. I can't even yell at you because I'm in the same boat. I can't. I read my crystals and my stones and all the other stuff that I can channel through, but I have as of yet. In my defense, and maybe you could use this to your advantage, I don't know, but in my defense, the right one has to appear before me. That, maybe you can use that in your defense. I don't know. They're kind of like side-eyeing me, but they're not telling me that you can't, because it is about finding the right one. But maybe you've been procrastinating. See, I ain't been procrastinating, but somebody here was procrastinating on getting a crystal ball, and somebody's upset at you about that. Okay, I'm gonna shuffle for another card. This card came out in pile 1. So if someone here resonates with this energy, or you thought about going to pile 1, this is a sign for you to do so. And I normally don't get that direct. I normally would say like, oh, there's another pal here that you should investigate. But they're being very specific. Somebody was like, oh, one, you know what, two. But one is still on my mind. Listen to your intuition, okay? You can choose whatever pals you want to as you go to the others' videos. You don't have to choose the same numbers every time, but the key is to listen to your intuition. Somebody's like testing you here to see if you're going to follow through with your instincts and your feelings here. And we have humility. I'm going to shuffle again because that came out. Wow. Remember we had pause and travel, and now we have travel. The Three of Wands is also a travel card. It typically can represent traveling overseas. There's a passport in the corner right there. There's a magnifying glass, which is a crystal in which can magnify things. This is all significant for someone. I feel like there's a little being on your shoulder going, pointing something out to you. Stop stressing. Whatever was delayed before, it's moving forward. Whether it be you physically traveling somewhere or just getting momentum on something that you thought was stalled. Okay? Stop worrying about it. Okay? Just relax, chill. Be open to receive the messages that you need to receive when they come through. Don't be, I'm not sensing cocky per se, but don't be like, oh, what can that person kind of tell me? They don't really know about this, that, and the third. There are sometimes hints in things people say, even when they're not talking about what you were asking. So in other words, like if you were asking a specific question and another person gave an answer and you were kind of feeling like, that ain't got nothing to do with what I'm talking about. It probably doesn't on the surface, but there's a line in there somewhere. Or like, you know how people give random quotes when nobody asked for it? There might be a quote that you're meant to listen to. All right, pal two. Let's move on. Didn't I tell you they were camouflaging your rewards? Didn't I tell you that? You're graduating to another level. They said opportunities is here. I'm trying not to yell at you, but somebody gotta clean that dang lamp, okay? Like, I don't want to see it no more. I'm gonna be real with you. It's a little bit more clear. It looks like it's supposed to be gold, and it's not. What's the word I'm looking for? The gold ain't shining like it's supposed to shine. And for those of you where maybe it's made out of copper or copper, it's not coppering the way it's supposed to. You need to go get like a proper cleaner and get your life together. All right, get it together. This is important. Anything that you have for your altar that involves copper and gold right now, it needs to be taken care of. And if you've been thinking about getting a crystal ball or getting like a what is this called? Teapot looking thing, get one. Somebody has a lamp that has like a base like that. They're making sure y'all know who they yelling at. Or you knew somebody that had something like that. They're kind of yelling at you, bro. Genie bottle, tea, whatever looks like an object that you would normally put a being in to rest. It's someone's home is what I'm getting, and you ain't been taking care of it, and they feel some type of way. Now, I'm not getting Jinn energy specifically per se, but I am getting like a being lives in some type of like tea kettle thing or incense thing, and yeah, get on that. Take care of that. Moving on. Moving right on along. We're gonna get into my latest oracle creation artwork, Alchemy of Love, the essence. Let's see what messages and categories come out here for you to finish off your message. You can use this in your alchemical practices. Meditate on them. Oh. Are we taking all three spirits? Is that what we're doing right now? Okay. Alrighty then. We have masculine energy is driven by its goals. Define your ambitions in devotion. How will you complement your partner? So for those of you whether this be a business partner, love partner, how do y'all complement each other with your current goal ideas and what you're reaching for? You were multitasking, you were doing a whole lot, but you were getting too caught up on what the results were going to be. They're like, listen, Stay devoted to the goals that are true to you, and realize that it's not always the goal or the dream that's the issue, it's the method. And that's Krishna. Okay? All right. Patu, very talkative group. Um yeah, it's not always your goal that's the issue. It's sometimes the method that you went about. And what I say before, sometimes something's not aligned and you need to align it. So take a moment to do that and then be devoted to whatever that is. No harm to none, but very clear and precise. And until then, you might have realized things were on pause for a moment. Okay? We also have releasing the pain of your past heals the trauma and opens your heart to embrace alchemy of self. So alchemy of masculine adoration and alchemy of self is significant to your message. And then we have alchemy of one. Romantic charm must be natural in a connection. There should be an obvious show of respect, honor for love, of respect and honor for love. So be it a business connection. Yes, it says romantic charm. Yeah. Again, if you felt the need to watch Power One, I'm not telling you what to do. Just listen to your intuition. But it's also feeling like, again, connections that can just be partnerships. That can just be like, this is something that's going to help me get to the next level. You've got to release the pain and the trauma and the disappointment of whatever didn't work out before. Stop juggling so much. I'm not saying that you can't multitask, you're a multifaceted person, but you might have been taking on too many things that are actually unrelated to your goal, on top of trying to do the things that were related to your goal, and that was jacking everything up. Be you feminine or masculine, it's telling you to work with the masculine energy within yourself. Masculine energy is the outward expression. It's the passion and thoughts personified into physical form. Something about that is significant here for y'all. Okay. Whoo, child. Let's get to your charms. I almost forgot because there's so much going on. But let's get to your charms. Let's see what we're working with here. We got airplane. Sold. A house that was for sale. Sold. Passport. The double-decker bus is out here again. This is London. In the last reading, it was representing maybe London, but also possibly like leveling up. Like you're no longer riding, on the lower level. You can go and sit up on the top level or even the roof level and have a clear view of the path before you. It's like, if you think about it, this is perfect for the Three of Wands. The reason being, the Three of Wands is normally seen as the patient card, right? And it can be. But you still had to go to the location. Like, you had to take the action of getting up, going to the cliff, viewing everything. You know what I'm saying? Like, there were actions taken to get to where you needed to be before you sat down patiently with your little drink or whatever. Well, if you think about it, if you're on a bus, you're just sitting there as the bus drives around and you're able to look and catch sight of whatever you need to catch sight of, and you're not the driver. So you don't have to be distracted by paying attention to the traffic. The driver has to do that. You can just notice whatever you're passing by or seeing that happens to catch your eye. That's significant here. But yeah, get your passport, be ready to fly, be ready to go somewhere out of whatever country you're from. If you were looking at buying a new house or a new business, there's the keys, babe. Here you go. Here's the keys to your new place. It's probably in another country or in another state. For some of you, another country. For some of you, another state. And we have taxi. Taxi. I feel like this is like your chariot, though. Like your chariot awaits you. It's ready to take you wherever you want to go, wherever you're trying to go. And you have the violin. I'm hearing like Bridgerton music. I don't know why. Ask them. I'm just hearing it. But what I'm hearing, to be more specific, is how the Bridgerton show will take like popular songs and redo them. Like in Charlotte's, maybe it's Charlotte that's more significant for y'all, that show. But in that show, they took Halo and they redid it in that way. So that's significant, like something that's modern being redone in a classic way. Maybe a home you're buying is old school, but it's been refurbished or something like that. Or it's a new place, you're getting it built from scratch, but it's gonna have like an old school vibe. And then we have the Om symbol. You see what I'm talking about? And Krishna channeled through Vishnu energy. Okay. Peace is important here. Meditation is important here. Pao2, that's your message. I gotta go before your little beings start talking more. Peace, love, and light, beautiful souls. Do check out V and Mystics videos as well. Good day, evening, night, wherever you are. Pal3. Don't know why I felt the need to say that. Welcome to your pile for what good things are manifesting. Please remember that this is a collective collaboration, so check out V-Love and Tarot, aka V-Love and Crystals, and Mystic Star Magic's messages as well. It's like getting an extended reading. You have chosen the gorgeous Kitsu, the fox, Sakura fox, nine-tailed fox. That could be significant to someone here. A nine-tailed fox, culturally or as a mystic spirit animal for you. I also feel like an ox is significant here, and a wolf, or like a wolfish vibration. So fox, wolves, ox, or bison, a buffalo for someone as well. I'm seeing deer antlers, but not necessarily the full deer, just like the antlers. Somebody might have like a headdress, a tribal headdress that has like what looks to be or is antlers from like a stag. So that's also significant. Let's hop on into your message of what good things are manifesting. I don't know why water feels significant. Similar to the background here, as if waves matter. Perhaps you're coming out of a kind of like turbulent sea into a smoother one. For Pal3, baby. What good things are manifesting for Pal3? Oh, not y'all getting freaking 8 of Wands off the bat. Good messages off the bat. Speed, picking up momentum. Something you're doing is picking up momentum, babe. Could be getting over some mountains and hills, because they're making the mountains and hills stand out to me a lot here. Towers could also be significant, like a light tower, as if you're finally getting sometimes light towers for people represent guidance. And again, remember I said something about sea? Maybe you live near sea, or you love like lighthouses and light towers. But they used to also have towers on land, not necessarily out in the middle of sea, that would have lights on it to help people or spirits find their way to the other side, or help someone find their way to a place that was normally dark. So it's like you're coming out of the darkness, you're coming out of turbulence, seeing and receiving guidance, probably guidance from the other side as well, so that you can know how to navigate the waters. Interesting. Pal3, interesting. Trinity is important here. The number 3 is important. And look at that. We have the Knight of Wands. Yeah, it's like you're being given the guidance. Move, do it. You can do it now. You can accomplish it. And you're like, psh, full speed ahead then. You ain't gotta tell me twice. Go get it energy. Go get it. Take the adventure. Take the journey. Go the distance. That's the vibe I'm getting here. I'm seeing like a motorcycle just zoom right off. There's also this vibration of, as you're on this speed, that this very high vibrational journey, you are attracting a lot of things along the way, and spirit just wants you to be a bit mindful of what you attract here. Be careful what you ask for, because this is a very powerful manifestation time, and we're talking about good things manifesting. Your words, your thoughts, your actions have power. So if you're going to charge forward on something, make sure that you are sincere and authentic about what that is. All right, don't play. I'm hearing don't play with it, don't play with it. And look at that. We got the 4 of Pentacles. The fact that the two pentacles aren't under the feet here, they're sitting in the front and he's showing off too. So instead of it being one floating above the head, like I got my mind on my money and my money on my mind. It's not really that. That's not necessary. Someone's holding, I'm hearing like Texas hold them. It's like someone's holding out, but at the same time making sure that certain hands are shown. That's significant. Like I'm willing to show you these two, but the two at my feet, I mean, I'm not completely hiding it, but it's not completely visible either. This is also protected treasure. This might be also why Spirit is saying, okay, now you're moving kind of fast here. And yes, the momentum is going to pick up, but do make sure that you are being mindful of what your treasure is. Like not just know your finances, but whatever is sacred to you to use on this journey to help you, be mindful of it and where it is. You don't have to show all hands per se, but it's no problem in showing that you got a little bit. Something about that is significant. Like there's something about don't go for broke. I'm hearing put savings away. Put the savings away that no one needs to know about, and have like whatever you. I'm kind of getting like, if you don't already, have two different checking accounts, not just savings and checking. Have two different checking accounts. Your business account needs to start switching over to be something different. When we first start off businesses, using personal is sometimes not only easier, but you're just building your stuff. And you know, a financial person would probably tell you, I'm not here to give you financial advice, I'm just channeling. But a financial person would normally tell you, have two different accounts. Business account is one thing, personal is another. And it's something here that's significant. It's like one account needs to be your business, right? And also maybe like an additional savings or something that goes along with that, of money that you just let accumulate. You don't really touch it. And then the other is what you spend from. So it's like one is what you spend from, one is what you save. But if you needed to for emergencies, you could tap into that. Or if you had like a last minute, I don't know, product or something you needed to buy, you would have it there, and you're still secure because you've taken care of how your accounts are set up. Take that how it resonates, my loves, but there's definitely something here about protecting your treasure. And I'm hearing Texas hold them. Not necessarily the new Beyonce version, but just that phrase. Don't show all your hands right away. And if you do show a hand, let it be like a sleight of hand. You know what I mean? Like somebody, I don't know why, but you're kind of like being told to let someone believe that maybe you have less, or let a certain energy believe that you might have more than what they think, for whatever reason. It's not from a malicious place though, is what I'm getting. I'm gonna pull one more card for that, because what's channeling is really interesting. One more clarifying card for that Four of Pentacles energy. It's like a whole bunch of cards keep trying to flip. This feels like stock market, to be honest with you. That's why you got to be careful and kind of like hold on. This feels like someone either made an investment, or you have something going on in a stock, and there's going to be a lot of fighting or something like that, and you need to kind of just hold your hand back and sit in the cut for a minute. Just sit back. I'm gonna let y'all fight over whatever y'all think I have or don't have. While you're distracted doing that, I'm building something else. I'm getting things in divine order. Bottom of the deck, Temperance. Looks like you working with some transmutation energy here. This is also the Major Artist card. The Major Artist card. Something's being created. Something's being turned from one element into the next. And then we have... Yep. Five of Swords. While somebody else is doing all that bickering and fighting and all that other stuff, unnecessary-ish, if you would, you're being told, hold it, hold out. Because what you're coming is on the way, and it's going to have a lot of momentum behind it. And you might be like, yeah, charge for it. I want to, and they're like, cool down a little bit. Sometimes the Knight of Wands got to chill. Because they blaze a trail and they don't really care who get burnt sometimes, you know? And there are times where that might be what it has to be. And then there are times when you need to just relax. I feel like I'm about to talk real country to y'all. So someone could be from like Texas, Tennessee, or even Georgia. Maybe even New Orleans. Oh, New Orleans is popping back up again. New Orleans, what's up? Something significant about those places. Take what resonates for you, love. We're going to get into Mystical Signs Crystal Ball by Mystic Star Magic. Dive a little deeper into what good things are manifesting. This could also represent what might have been like a block or another reason that you have to protect your assets, darling. Ooh-wee. We have the Owl, Perception. You will hear some good news. But I also feel like that Five of Wands that showed itself. You know, people bickering and fight. It feels like a stock for some reason, but even if it's not that, it's like people bickering and fighting over what they think you make or what they think you have or what you think you do. And now if you get too flashy, you're giving away too much. And if you're too much hand behind your back, then they're going to be like, what you hiding? It's kind of like you have to play this interesting balance, this sleight of hand of sorts. Okay? Not for a reason of malice, but just because someone who might be trying to get in your business could be trying to maybe buy a certain stock that you are, or take what resonates for you, darling. Perception is key here. It's key. Things are moving. Things are going to pick up in momentum, and a message is going to come through letting you know when it's okay to make a certain move. You just got to be open to pay attention. Don't rush too fast, but definitely be prepared for the adventure, because it will be an adventure. Remember what I said about you just want to charge for it? We got the wheel, and I feel like it also resonates with the Wheel of Fortune, in charge. There's something you need to be in charge of before you try to completely charge forward. There might even be somebody that owes you. Like, oh, I just heard it, and the price went up. This is something about you. Like, maybe you were charging below a certain amount for an item, and as momentum picks up with your business, it's going to be time to upscale. It's not about cheating people, it's about charging what you're worth. But before you can do that, you got to make sure things are in order here. That's why someone's being told soon it's going to be time, if you haven't already, to get like your EIN number, your LC, and something with the business account, because you're going to want to make sure that your funds, you don't risk like dabbling into your personal funds when it's your money funds. There's something about that. All right. Talk to a financial expert if you need to, but this is giving Wheel of Fortune. Something will be completed and fulfilled. It says or, but I'm hearing and fulfilled. Okay. And then we have a 3-leaf clover. Positivity. You will have good luck and fortune. You just gotta hold out a little bit here. I feel like this wants to go here and this wants to go here, but it's all connected, darling. It's all connected. And look at that at the bottom of the deck. Funny that there's an airplane here. There was another pile that an airplane charm came out for. So if you were moved to check out another reading, go check it out. We have a journey. You can't make that up. A journey awaits you. A journey awaits you. I said what I said. Don't sweat the technique. Don't sleep on the kid. Channeling is what I do first. Cards are secondary. I'm just saying. Someone needs to accept their gifts like that too. Like, don't downplay your gifts. You don't have to be a show off with it per se, but you don't need to dim your light for nobody. And nothing. Sometimes you just need to be a little quiet and, move a little silently. That's all. And everybody don't need to know everything. Let them fight over guessing. And while they're fighting over guessing, you gonna go head on and level up. We're now gonna get into V-Love and Crystal's Oracle. I might have forgotten to say it in the other messages, but I do list the names of the decks in the description. So always check the description. And remember that this is a collaborative reading, so the links to the others are in the description anyway. What good things are manifesting? Self-control. You can't make it up. You can't make it up. Self-control. And remember I said something, was it this pile that I said wolves were significant? Foxes and wolves, and we have a dog here. Notice the treat is on the nose. It's like something you want, is like either right, it's right on the tip of your nose, and spirit's like, don't move yet, Hold on, hold out. Texas Hold'em. Wait a minute. Hold that hand. Don't let them know what you got right away. Let them bicker and argue over what it is, and something that they're doing. It's going to get them in whatever situation, then you can move forward. It's not you instigating it. It's not you sending anything to anybody. It's people screwing themselves over and you having your path, like the way cleared for you. Okay, you're gonna have to have self-control, because when the momentum picks up for your success, you're gonna want to be like, da-dun, 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 Speedy Gonzalez, and just run off. And they're like, chill out, relax, baby, relax. Don't be Speedy Gonzalez out here. All right, chill out, senor, chill out. Okay, we have reciprocity. What is given to you for nourishment, you're gonna be finding yourself giving back, and vice versa. Reciprocity is important here. For some reason, that feels like it aligns with perception. It's significant with perception. And then we have powerful voice. Okay, what I tell you, be careful what you talk about, be careful what you think. You're a very powerful being right now. Your energy is very potent. You're going to want to have some self-control, focus on the right vibrations. Think about the fact that what you're giving is coming back to you. It's not going to always come back in the same form, but it's going to be reciprocated somehow. And you have to be in the right energy for that to happen. Okay, let's get into my latest oracle creation and artwork. Alchemy of Love, the Essence. You can find this in my Etsy shop. Link in description. Again, all decks are listed. Ooh. Not the cards like fighting to get in alignment. Yeah, there's somebody like bickering over what you're doing or over something you're thinking of investing in. Some people being difficult, okay? What good things are manifesting, and what alchemy do you need to use at this time? Ooh. Oh, I love my job. I love my job. Look at this. Work with the water element to dive deeper into your emotions for understanding, because you know you got to have that self-control stuff on lock, and you don't want to be triggered by other people's problems and conflicts and issues while they're busy trying to figure out some bull crap to use against you, or whatever the case may be. You meant to be in a whole different energy altogether. And again, you may resonate with another pal. I suggest that you meditate on what number that might have been and go check it out. That is the only hint that I'm going to give. I said somebody's going from rocky waters into smooth waters, as long as you heed what's going on here. How are things flowing? We have survival codependency versus thriving love. Is it fear of being alone, taking a risk, or a flourishing connection, uplifting, safety, causing a sweet surrender? Okay, bottom line, are you in survival mode or thriving mode? Are you looking to be around energies, people, whether this be romantic or otherwise, that are helping to elevate your energy and showing you genuine support? Or do you want to just kind of get like caught up in the fray of the arguments and whatnot, because that's a place you understand and know very well? So even though it involves a lot of fighting to survive, right, it's the chaos you know. It's the chaos that you know. Spirit's like, maybe it's just that some of you are afraid to take a risk. Now Spirit is saying be mindful and calculated with some of the risks that you might take. Don't be a fool out here. Don't be foolish now. But if you've been holding back and kind of just sort of depending upon negative conflict and all that jazz, it's time to let it go. This is the alchemy of one. Alchemy of self and alchemy of one is the message here. Work with the water element. Speak power into water when you drink it. Okay? Set intentions with water. Very, very powerful thing to do. I'm not going to go into all the details, but if you know, you know. If you're a water sign, that can also be significant here. And please understand, all the zodiacs contribute to your chart. When the skies change, your charts like to mix things up from time to time. Don't get caught up in one understanding of the zodiac. The universe don't work in the sense of just a one anything. But with that being said, whatever sign you might be, it's important for you to probably look into what water element can work with you, or what power in a water element is significant to you, but be it a zodiac or just like a specific place where water is that is significant. You're being given some type of guidance from the sea, some type of tower or lighthouse energy is significant with the blend of water as well. Take it how it resonates for you. I also feel like for a lot of you, that sweet surrender is someone giving into you. That sweet surrender is somebody realizing like, oh snap, I actually will flourish better if I co-sign with this person or do business with them versus this other crowd, because this other crowd out here is crazy. I need to take a chance that someone else might see you as a risk factor, because normally you're a very charged forward energy and you've been calm lately, and they're looking at that calmness like, oh, maybe this person knows when to move and when not to move. I should probably I might take a chance on them. So that alchemy of one could also resonate with someone coming in for you. One more card. They gave me two. I said one more. Why y'all gotta be like this? We're gonna go ahead on and take it. We have, look at that. A divine companion will highlight your fears and teach you self-empowerment along with self-control. Do not mistaken this for blatant disrespect, aka a bunch of mofos that just want to argue with you and bring down your vibration and probably mooch off your energy. Two different things, my love. Two different things. Okay? And we have divine feminine energy here as well. The feminine vessel is the portal of creation, so creation energy is important here. Nothing in life exists without the womb of space personified. Honor the sacred yoni to connect to the infinite beyond. Someone has to have a lot of respect for the divine feminine energy and form. Regardless of what you resonate with or what your relationship style or type is, there has to be some type of respect for the feminine energy and form. So maybe you're a woman who's used to being underestimated, or you're a masculine that sometimes has underestimated the feminine based on patriarchal stereotype bull that you need to let go of in order to elevate, because the feminine energy within yourself wants to be respected, but also there's someone near you that probably has really good advice and you're being hard-headed because you're like, what does a woman know about the stock market, or what does a woman know about blah blah blah? Don't be a fool. Didn't they just tell you that? You want to create that magic, you better listen to the space that births creation. Just saying. All right, let's get into your charms. Get into your charm messages. Okay. We got keyboard. Somebody playing the keys. Somebody could actually be like a musician. And even if you do something else as a job, you probably do actually play the keys. For some reason, I'm seeing this as like drawing people in. Like somebody kind of like the Pied Piper, but with keys. And it's funny because keys are definitely significant here. There's also keys, individual keys. This feels like keys to different vaults. Okay, like different treasure, different vaults that you're unlocking, different levels you're unlocking. We have the telescope. Oh, you starting to look at things to the most basic raw material of what they are. You're really diving deep here, getting a sense of direction, understanding. Speaking of direction, child. Speaking of direction, what you getting them keys for? What they playing for? This says success, money, and happiness. And all of them look like they're going, for the most part, the same way. This is like saying, as long as you keep a cool head, no matter which direction you go with something, you're going to tap into those elements, or they're going to loop back around to each other. So like you might go, I'm going to take the option of success. Okay, the success is going to lead to money. And then the money's going to loop back around in the same direction in the opposite space and lead to happiness. Boom. Boom. We have see what I'm saying? There's something here musical. We have the singer sewing machine, and we did have the keys, meaning somebody might play keys or know how to harmonize. Okay. But we have the singer sewing machine, which you stitching together. What are you putting together? What different materials are you putting together? And we have I believe these are the shears for cutting clothes, because someone here might be a barber. There's a pair of scissors in these charms that represent a barber, and there's a pair that represents cutting clothes. Someone here is like a seamstress. And that's, wow, you're a seamstress, and there's also something about being able to see how things seamlessly connect that is significant here. Oh, for sure. For sure. Someone here is a seamstress. And another person might be like a barber or wants to go get a shape up. But look at that. We have the yarn. Like someone crochets. You're stitching something together here. That is so significant. You're very, again, creative energy. Very powerful creative energy here. And we have the plane. The plane is here. Where are you traveling to? Where are you going? To infinity and beyond, I just heard. Ooh, okay. Okay. Well, Pal 3, that was your message. I pray that resonated for you and gave you the clarity that you need. Again, you got the plane. All right. Traveling, new energy, new vibrations. Good news. The journey ahead of you is a really positive one. Just keep a cool mind. Trust your intuition. Use your discernment. Meditate with your guides. This is a collective reading. So do be sure to, I said collective. This is a collaborative collective reading. So do be sure to check out V and Mystic's messages as well. Peace, love, and light, beautiful souls. If you enjoy the vibe around here, be sure to subscribe and, of course, check out my Oracle decks. See you next time.